Hi, this is Jack Kelly with the Compliance Search Group and the Compliance Exchange. Now, I'm doing something a little different today. I've been doing these SoundCloud podcasts for the last couple of months, and it's actually doing very well. We have roughly 12 to 13,000 people who've tuned in and listened to our talks ranging from how to find a job, how to negotiate a raise, how to go through the whole interview process, what to do on LinkedIn. So far, it's really resonating well with people and they enjoy it. I'm adding another feature, which is, as you can see, the video element of it. Although many people say I should just stick with, the podcast, because this way I look better that way. But I'm going to try. So bear with me. We did this in the past, kind of stopped, and we're starting again. And the reason why I'm starting with this particular video, it's taking off from the podcast in terms of talking about the job market. But in particular, what I want to share with people is that for our compliance audience, the job market is doing really well. It's hot. There's jobs all over the place. And what do you mean all over the place? Just to quantify it a little bit. I mean that, you have at all levels, from the CCO general counsel to staff levels and everything in between. Also, it's not just one particular area. We see jobs coming in where they could be KYC, anti-money laundering. They could be control room in big investment banks. They could be hedge funds in California. There could be banks in Texas. They could be, futures trading in commodities in Chicago, private banking in Miami. So we're seeing nationwide, geographically dispersed jobs. We're seeing jobs at all levels throughout the financial industry. Banks, investment banks, broker-dealers, hedge funds, trading firms, insurance companies, management consulting firms. Now, you may say, all right, that's great, that's wonderful. So why, are you saying this to brag or what? I'm not sure what you're trying to accomplish here. This is what I'm trying to accomplish. We have these jobs and they're fantastic. However, just like anything in life, when you have things that are really good, it's never perfect, right? There's always a little catch. There's a string attached. And with the jobs now, I think the catch is, the string that's attached is when firms are looking to hire, they really want to find people with the exact background, which is kind of almost counterintuitive, because you would think that in this kind of market where it's hot and compliance people are needed, firms would be open. They'd be a little bit open-minded in terms of the background. They may have their wish list of what they want, the exact criteria, but maybe if you don't have everything, they could still give you a chance. That's not what we're seeing. What we're seeing now is kind of this plug-and-play mentality. The firms are looking for someone who has the exact background. And when I say exact, I'm not really exaggerating. They want somebody, if there's 10 ingredients, to have 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 12 out of 10. They want people to have a little bit, they want everything. And I think in part because compliance is still one of the only areas that's hiring, in particular on Wall Street. So what happens on the other part of Wall Street, there's not a lot of hiring going on. In fact, a lot of downsizing, a lot of belt tightening. So when they're looking to hire, they need to show we have this perfect person to show management, hey, we've tried, we have this best person, and you can hire them. So the pressure's on to find these very specialized compliance people who have the exact skills for the job. Now, this becomes very frustrating for everybody. It's frustrating for candidates because the reality is, based on my experience dealing with compliance professionals, they're bright, they're smart, they're motivated, they're intelligent, they're hardworking. So if you have that, you can learn 90% of these jobs. However, unfortunately, the way things are set up, they want someone who is already doing it and don't have the bandwidth, the time, the energy, the drive, the motivation to train someone to do that job. So the candidates, understandably, it's frustrating. From the firms, I think it's hard for them to understand that there's a scarcity of those specialized skill sets in people, and that if they're not willing to train, it's very tough to find them. So what I want to do to help bridge that gap, and this is why I'm doing this video, and I'm doing the podcast at the same time, so I hope it comes out well, is really to kind of break down the walls of what's going on so everybody could understand from all sides of the equation, from the people who are doing the hiring, to the people who are looking for the job, to people who are interviewing the candidates, to the people who are interviewing, so what the mindset is. And this way, by understanding it, hopefully it makes it a little easier. So for candidates, bear with me, because I know it's frustrating when you see a great job and you send the resume, and whether it's to me, to a firm directly, to other recruiters, and you don't get that bite. A lot of times it's because you don't have that exact background. And I understand it. It's just so frustrating. However, I think as a candidate, what I would suggest, you really need to look and see if there are jobs. And for instance, if you look at our site, compliancejobs.com, compliancesearch.com, compliancex.com, and you find things that you fit for, definitely you send the resume. But I would really let whoever you send it to, whether it's us or we have jobs posted by firms directly, let them know, here's why I'm good for it. Here's why my background fits like a glove. This is why this job is really right for me, and I have the appropriate skills so I can come in there and hit the ground running. And I think when you're looking for a job, that'll definitely help you out tremendously, because this way you're offering to offer the skills, the background, the experience that the firms need so that they could hire someone who could hit the ground running. For the companies, they can feel comfortable that here's somebody we could hire, we could feel good about because they have the requisite skills. So, like I said earlier, the good news is there are lots of jobs, there's lots of opportunities. However, it is a very different market in that firms expect to hit that exact fit. So as I mentioned just before, if you could really look analytically at the jobs, at the job descriptions, and try to not just send it across the board to 100 different jobs, but really isolate, hey, I could do this, I have the background, I have the skills, I have that 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10. Then that's the one you got to go for. That's the one you have to really shoot for. And then when you do send it to whoever you send it to, myself or anyone else, really walk them through in a short, concise email. Here's what I do. Here's why I'm great. I'm perfect for the job because of 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I think that's really the key in this market. So please definitely take a look at all our different roles. Hopefully, I think we have a wide audience now with between our newsletter that goes out to about 110,000 to 120,000 people every day, our LinkedIn groups that have probably an aggregate over 100,000 people, Twitter, Google+, Facebook, we're reaching a huge audience. So I think statistically, there's definitely going to be jobs for you, and there are going to be candidates that will be fit. So hopefully, bearing in mind the kind of weird, nuanced way that firms are looking to hire now, when you see these jobs that are right, that fit, definitely shoot it over, shoot the resume over, explain why it fits, and this way it can kind of make the cycle that much easier and that much more productive. And so this first video, I just wanted to give a little taste of what the market is like now, the positive part about the market, but then also some of the challenges. Thereafter, what I'm going to do is talk about individual jobs and specifically go through the criteria. So hopefully when you see, you go, oh my gosh, this is right for me, this is perfect, let me send it in, and give you more of an in-depth discussion rather than this like boring, dry job description that you really just don't get a sense or feel for what they're looking for. So I hope this is helpful. I hope maybe this whole series of podcasts and videocasts will enlighten you to what the job market is like and what you need to succeed, and then to understand the jobs better in more detail than the traditional job description. And as always, if you have any questions, you want to send a resume, you just want to kick around something, you have any thoughts, any comments, please feel free to call me, Jack Kelly, 212-997-3166, or email me at jkelly, Jkelly, @compliancesearch.com. Thank you very much.